Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! La pesadilla, Cristobal, the nightmare, Arreola. Dr. Eisenfaust, Dr. Iron Fist, Vitali Klitschko.
Please, Chief Second. Okay, Mr. Klitschko, Mr. Arreola, this fight is for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. In a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Ideally, this won't require a lot of blow-by-blow. They're going to bang away.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very exciting fight.
Arreola so far hasn't been able to get inside Klitschko's arms.
And what he's got to be careful is watching just what Vitali does now, and then he catches you with a big shot.
Body shot by Arreola. Ali takes one to the ribs and goes away.
Well, I would say this much. At this point, Arreola has created a lot more pressure and tension for Vitali than any opponent has been in a long time. And right now, Arreola has slowed down his momentum and his intensity has slowed down right away. And that gives Vitali the room now to start slowly, systematically picking him apart.
Klitschko has stood up to him, trying to discourage him from coming in.
1.5 minutes left on the round. We're exactly midway through. Our clock is momentarily not working, so I'll keep you posted on timings as we go along. Vitali Klitschko is throwing jabs, right hands, uppercuts, body shots, and Arreola is having trouble finding the distance from which to get started. Klitschko also holds his left hand well below his waist. Why, Emmanuel?
Left hand is right because he has an unusual sense of feeling when a guy is getting ready to punch, and he can sense it and move away.
We build Arreola to you as a guy who throws punches in bunches, and there he tries with the double jab. But the dominant action of the round has been 1 or 1-2 by Vitali Klitschko. And as is usually the case in Staples Center, a star-studded crowd. Rose is here to root for Arreola. He's buddies with promoter Dan Goosen and has been a guest in Arreola's gym. But in round 1, Vitali Klitschko 34 out of 88 to only 7 of 32 for Chris Arreola.
Sometimes the best way to deal with a jabber is to jab him, and that's what Arreola is trying to do in this round.
But so far, Klitschko has been keeping the fight right at the distance where he can punch very effectively, and Arreola is trying to lunge and reach, and he cannot really get the range for his punches yet.
It'd be easier for Chris to go to the body, and there he is, banging away at the body as he promised he would do, to try to bring Klitschko down a little lower and get at the head.
Yeah, but I will say, Greg, Chris, as we see right there, is creating a lot more anxiety than anyone else has did.
Anxiety or no, Klitschko still, for the most part, is keeping Arreola at the distance at which he wants him. Landing his jab, his left hook. I mean, the reason Vitali threw 88 punches in round 1 is because Arreola's coming at him, and Vitali needs to throw to keep him back. How eager Arreola is to get there. Vitali with his hands held low and apart, inviting Arreola to come in.
But he has a feel of distance. Even though he has his hands low, he's always keeping a certain distance where he can just simply move back right there, and then reach in and punch. Yes, he has his own effective awkwardness that is very, very good. Very coordinated awkwardness.
And all of the punches look slow and awkward enough to the layman that the opponent might be forgiven for thinking, why am I getting hit constantly?
Well, one thing, you don't know which angle they're coming from.
Well, the other thing is that he can throw arm punches with power. He's so strong, and that keeps him defensively still in a good position. And he doesn't commit to these punches.
If you're an Arreola enthusiast, you may be forgiven for treating yourself to the notion that he's getting closer. Is Klitschko wearing down from all the movement and activity and throwing 90 punches per round, or is it Arreola who's getting worn down from taking a lot of leather and trying to pressure inside without getting much wear?
But Klitschko is, with his PhD in sports science.
Arreola's face is beginning to redden and show the damage from the number of punches he's taken so far.
I gotta tell you, Chris Arreola is making the biggest mistake I've ever seen. You can't do it. The guy's too big. His jab is too hard. He drops the right hand down on you. You gotta give him angles, and you gotta work your way inside by giving him angles. If he stands in front of him, he gets murdered.
While you were talking, he landed, did Arreola.
Vitali depends on keeping distance. That's why he drops his hands. At this stage right now, I would have to say that Arreola is taking that distance away from him, and having his hands down may end up costing him as because of
Certainly he has begun to get his supporters in the crowd into it here in this fourth round.
Yeah, he's starting to close the distance a little, but he's still catching a lot more than he's throwing.
And if both he gets it tired, he's going to get hurt easier than Vitali, because Vitali can get tired, but when you have experience, it's like a second motion, a second instinct, and you can do an automatic drive and still function. Where at a lack of experience, he gets tired, Arreola can get hurt very easily.
Arreola got in a body shot. Little left hook by Vitali. Right uppercut partially blocked by Arreola. Klitschko is the one who's throwing sometimes 3-4 punches at a time, but not really combinations.
Here you see Chris Arreola getting in close range and being effective, because Vitali has to have a little loop room in his punches. And you see a little short left hook right here that landed by Arreola simply because he's closing the gap and getting close.
By CompuBox count, incidentally, that little left hook is one of only 6 power punches Arreola has landed in the fight. And he's falling behind on the scorecards, as you see from Harold Letterman's unofficial card. But that may not be the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is, can he keep pressuring Klitschko, get closer, and cause Vitali to make a mistake that might give him a chance to hurt him. After Vitali Klitschko landed a right hand, Arreola shook his head as if to say that's not a big one. And Vitali sneaks in another right hand. Big Vitali switching feet to turn back with a right hand.
Arreola got to be very careful.
Yes, as unconventional as it seems, he's chasing a puncher around the ring.
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing that he can do.
He's landed 6 or 7 power punches to the body in this round. Does he get credit for those as power punches?
They should.
You don't in amateur boxing, but I think you should in professional boxing.
Gotta find a way to get inside Arreola if he wants to stay in this fight.
There was a moment in the 4th round when it appeared Klitschko might be tiring a little. He's gotten very active again here in the 5th. He's gradually dressing Arreola's eyes with swelling and redness up top.
Well, and he knows that Vitali is not a big one-punch puncher.
Thank you. Good job.
Average numbers through 5. But Klitschko is averaging 33 out of 84 every round, and Arreola is averaging 7 out of 33. Arreola almost walked into a big right hand. Arreola's still trying. Both Samuel Peter and Juan Carlos Gomez, Klitschko's last 2 opponents, had basically given up by this point in the fight.
That's right, and that makes the difference. After every exchange, still, I love the fact that Vitali always gets back with his left hand when he gets to and gets his distance, or he doesn't end up falling into his man and clinching.
That Arreola's momentum is waning.
And that's just what it comes almost. Very seldom do you land a clean punch on Vitali.
Well, you know, we've talked about Arreola being able to put punches together, but it's really hard to hit Klitschko with the second shot.
He's fighting a very controlled distance fight.
Something he knows how to do.
Yeah.
Ask Corey Sanders, ask Danny Williams, Ask any of the last several opponents who just couldn't get inside on the big man.
Honest, I think he looks way better than he did when he fought Corey Sanders.
We're halfway through the scheduled 12 rounds.
Yeah, and it's still a high percentage of body punches landed by a man as tall as he is.
All right, Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, so 60-54, 6 rounds to nothing, Vitali Klitschko. I mean, he should want Vitali for holding because Chris needs that, you know, that inside game. He's got to get inside and punch, and John's breaking him up real quick. So watch for that. 6-0 Klitschko.
Oh, he's had the side-to-side movement that's kept Arreola off of him.
Good body shot by Vitali Klitschko.
It's amazing he can land those clean shots and then he can get away before a guy can return a punch back.
And also because he is so adept at managing space in the ring.
Supreme conditioning may not be supremely important to a younger athlete, but it is to an older one. And Klitschko is a supremely conditioned athlete.
Because they come to camp in such magnificent shape that all they do is add muscle.
Klitschko land, which is typical of the kind of punches he's landing as Arreola is trying to come in, catch him with clean shots.
The 7th round was typical of all its predecessors numerically. Klitschko 25 out of 77. Arreola 8 of 32. Tries to jump in and make it mean something.
Arreola's just never stopped trying.
And that brought his fans back.
And his confidence is rising too.
Watch your head, Vitali, watch your head.
Maybe he believes he's succeeded in tiring Big Vitali out with a fast pace. I was about to say 40 seconds ago that Vitali seemed to be trying to take a rest in this round. I think Arreola sensed it also.
Yeah, Arreola's put a lot, and now he's creating a lot of product because he's closing that gap.
It's the only game you can hit a 10-run home run in the last inning.
Blood coming now from the nostrils of Chris Arreola.
Blood trickling down the rippling stomach of Arreola.
I got you. Great skip. Time.
Closest round of the fight. That last round produced the highest number of connected punches so far for Arreola, 13, and the lowest number connected for Klitschko, 20.
I got you.
We've seen no sign of that tonight. Chris Arreola is 28 and still learning. And within the last 10 seconds, I think Vitali Klitschko got a sense that maybe he's closing in on the KO.
Yeah, yes, he's landing more.
And as Arreola takes more chances to try to get inside, Big Vitali's eyes are lighting up. Can't stop the right hand. How about that quick little left hook as Arreola leaned in? How about that right uppercut?
The right uppercut, looping right hand around the side.
Right nick on the right eye of Klitschko.
Here you're seeing Vitali Klitschko land 2 right hands. One is this uppercut type straight right hand, which he's a master at all these weird strings. He changes up with another right hand, which is straight on the knuckles coming from the top.
He has 135 to 24. Vitali Klitschko has dominated the fight.
8 rounds to 1, 89-82. Vitali Klitschko. Jim, I tell you, I gave the 8th round to Chris Arreola. 8-1, Vitali Klitschko.
The ability to think is a big factor right now as I look going down the stretch. I just look it in the eyes of Vitali. He is able to think so much better than Arreola right now.
There was a moment in the 8th round when Arreola may have thought that he was a rising tide, and to some eyes it could have looked that way. Vitali has a great sense of timing.
And you know, sometimes you see what a guy going to punch like Vitali, you can't, because he does such a variety of punches. He moves and pivots on his punches, where he's punching and moving away at the same time. It's just very difficult. He's steadily moving and turning and twisting.
Chris Arreola's no shrinking violet. He's going past the 8th round of a fight for the very first time in his career, and he's still pressing the action, trying to get at Vitali Klitschko. Boom. He has landed more punches now in this fight than in any previous outing. And again, credit to Arreola. He's pressured Vitali all the way and made him throw a lot of punches.
I think the referee stopping the fight.
Either the referee or